Hi there. You know how it is? We all forget new English words sometimes, right? But why does that happen? Why do I forget new words like almost as soon as I learn them? I just checked the word 5 minutes ago, but I can't even remember it when I'm talking about the very thing it means. I'm sure you've seen tons of those YouTube videos that tell you how easy it is to learn new English words or pick up idioms and expressions. Well, believe me when I say, I forget new words too, even when I've just learned them. And what those YouTube videos say is definitely easier said than done. And I'm an English teacher. Can you see the irony there? Seriously, the best way for a great language learner is the best. So when I'm just sitting here watching a YouTube video or a movie or reading a book like most of you, I come across new words and then maybe just 10 or 20 minutes later, they've completely gone, even though I actually looked up what they meant. So what's the deal with that? So there are actually a few reasons why we might not remember a new word right after learning it. And I want to talk about three main reasons that could be the cause. Sleep. Research shows that our brain needs time to really lock in the things we learn. And one of the main ways it does that is when you're sleeping. If you're sleep deprived or you don't get enough sleep before and after your English lesson, your brain is more likely to forget the words, idioms, and expressions you've just learned. As a rule of thumb, getting around 7 to 9 hours of sleep for adults and 8 to 10 hours for teenagers is generally recommended for a good learning experience. Attention. So here I'll look into three different scenarios: before learning, while learning, after learning. Before learning. So before you start your English lesson, were you thinking about the homework I gave you? Were you talking to someone, maybe a colleague, a customer, or a client, or just a friend in English? What was in your mind? How ready did you feel for the lesson? If you answered mostly no to those questions, then you can start getting yourself ready for your lesson by listening to an English podcast. You can even use mine, for example. Links down below. Try reading a paragraph or watching something short on YouTube to get your brain in gear. Again, my videos. You can also listen to music in English, but it's not quite as effective. While learning. Now, while you're actually in class, really try to pay attention to the situation when a word is used and what it means, or what the closest thing is in your own language. Does it connect in any way to what you do or how you think? And then, if I ask you a question that is relevant, try to jump at the chance to use that new word you just learned in a simple sentence when you answer. Keep your focus on how, why, and when you can use it. And if you're not sure, just ask. After all, making mistakes is part of learning. After learning. Okay, so after the class is finished, try to remember just 1 or 2 or maybe 3 new words you learned that day. And then try to notice them when you're going about your day. For example, if you just learned the word superstition, and then you see a black cat or a ladder on your way home, just say to yourself, maybe even out loud, I don't believe in superstitions, or my grandma really believes in superstitions. That helps you build connection with the word or words you just learned by using them in a simple sentence. Repetition and exposure. How often do you really see or notice the words that you've learned? Do you have a way to remind yourself of new words? Like, do you use flashcards, any notes, maybe some apps? If you do, are you writing down the context or just the meaning or its translation? Answering these questions will help you create a system that keeps putting you in contact with the new words and gives you a much better chance of remembering them. Try watching videos, reading texts and articles, and listening to stuff on a related topic so your brain can kind of recycle the new words you've learned. How to avoid translation. This might sound a little bit controversial, but seriously, the best tool for a great language learner is a good dictionary. Try to only use English to English dictionaries, even if you don't know what a word means or you can't remember it. I really can't stress enough how important it is to try and limit how much you translate, because it can really slow down your progress. So to sum up, we all need sleep, a good amount of attention, plenty of repetition and exposure to help us remember any new word. Try to stick to learning around 3 to 5 new words a day so you don't get overwhelmed when you are trying to remember them. Good luck. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.